Abe from Flavors of New York, here talking to my friend Kevin, who happens to be sort of a I don't even want to say math magician. I don't want to say there's any secret to this or any sort of, one solution. But the truth is, I can't do math. I can't. The first sentence of that is I can't. Do you feel like that is a common thing you hear, is I can't?
I mean, that's a first reaction to a lot of situations. For many of us is, I don't know. And I don't know is actually, that's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm not really sure either. So what I do is actually, a big part of just modeling, and I really am I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really, so let's see.
Wait, so if a kid tells you, I don't know, you might, as Kevin,
often.
The teacher, say, I don't know back?
Oh, yeah. Oh, frequently my reaction is, yeah, I'm not really sure either. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. And we just sort of start working together, trying to figure out let's see, what can we do?
But I've worked with a tutor. I kind of know what a tutor does. If I'm bringing my kid to a tutor, I don't know if I want to hear I don't know. But but I don't know is something that Kevin and those that work with you seem to embrace.
Oh, I don't know is great. I don't know is an opportunity, something new, something fresh. I don't know. It's not really that much fun if there's not a little bit of I'm not really sure. That's like, let's see what we can do. There's a puzzle here, so we have fun. Let's see how should we start this puzzle?
So are you saying that the sort of I can't is not, it's not really an I can't. It's like, let's just look at this a different way. Maybe the traditional way that I am in the classroom at my desk, staring up, trying to memorize stuff is not for me. I mean, are there kids that just can't learn that way?
Well, that's definitely one thing. Like, still, one of the moments of I don't know is that your body is not activated. Your brain's not activated. Because your body's not activated. You need to maybe just kind of find a little rhythm before you can actually start thinking.
Does that mean sitting or being up out of your chair?
It can be a lot of things, but typically, I mean, we're not meant to be like this. That's not how we're meant to be. I mean, for many of us, our natural state is movement.
There's play in there. There's exploration in there.
Yeah.
There's creativity in there.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I'm a student, I have agency in this. I'm sort of liberated.
My job as a tutor, one of my major goals is that when that student walks into school the next day, they're a little bit more interested, a little more confident about being a little bit successful that day. Just a little bit. That's all we're looking for. It's one step at a time here.
We're just moving the needle.
Yeah, that's it. It's just towards independence. I mean, of course, there's no overnight solution. Suddenly, you can get every math problem correct. It's just a little more independent about solving the problem and the puzzle, finding the time to go to somebody else's house, some strange person's house, to spend an hour where your parents just drop you off. That's a big jump. But the thing is, they want to come and they keep wanting to come, so the grades just happen. And the best thing about it is we don't talk about it, because there's the last thing kids need in this climate is to talk about and think about their grades. They just want to have a good time and they want to feel confident and get stronger.
Even a kid that's not struggling, whether it's math or some other subject, there's value in that one-on-one engagement between an educator or any adult that is in that teaching space. A lot of kids need that. They might be afraid of it. Parents might be a little apprehensive about it, certainly when you have a label like tutoring attached to it.
Well, particularly around the middle school age, it's all about putting up these masks. This is they spend their day putting up masks for their parents, putting up masks and they have to. This is the developmentally appropriate, is put up these masks to show what they can do and figure out how everybody responds. And actually, I did not like teaching middle school. It's so hard because maneuvering those masks.
And all the credit to the middle school teachers everywhere.
Oh my God. The only
Respect
thing I
for
believe in
days.
education is middle school teachers should make more than everybody else, no question.
Right.
So the thing is, when they come to me, I know that one of the first things they need to do is to be able to put down that mask. And I know what it's like in that classroom for them, having gone through middle school but haven't taught it. I'm very familiar with how hard that environment is. And so the relationship is, of course, the first step, but the relationship with me in a one-to-one relationship is they immediately can tell that, I'm comfortable with wherever they're at. I'm comfortable that they have to put up some masks, but I'm also it's totally fine, and it's actually it's incredibly powerful just to be honest.
They're not with their parents.
Yep.
They're not among friends.
Yeah.
They don't have the pressure of the walled environment.
Yes.
And it might be that sort of jump start that some of these kids need to be like, I don't have to give this up or push this away. I'm going to develop some skills. And when I come back to the classroom, to that teacher-student environment, I can have enough confidence to say I'm capable.
Well, I'm so comfortable in this space. That's the first step. And I am completely at ease with the workspace and with the one-on-one environment. I can handle whatever the kids bring to me. It's all about just being honest about what we can do, what I can do.
I like all of that. It sounds fantastic.
Right.
But to be honest,
right.
My kid just got out of the car. Okay, my daughter is in your backyard.
All right.
I'm about to say bye. I'll pick you up in an hour.
Right.
Here's your math tutor. He's like sort of this vulnerable guy that is going to encourage you to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And how are you as a teacher?
It's funny. I do. If I really think, because I've got a 7th grader and a 9th grader, and I taught these grades for many years. It's kind of a crazy thing. And I just going to trust this guy. I guess I just have so much confidence it's going to work. It almost always does. Right. I know if a kid gives it a chance, and I have a chance to work with them on what they're struggling with, and we can work with it together. They can just be honest about where they are. It's all about going back to being honest. Then we can grow. We can, and then they're going to want to because they enjoy doing it.
And I'm excited about this environment and the sort of liberation and all this loosey-goosiness. Yeah. A lot of people are going to be skeptical and say, "Okay, great, you're outside." Great, good job. You're outside.
We just happen to be doing homework. We just have we just happen to be doing homework. That's just the way it goes. Oh yeah. Let's look at that. It just happens to happen.
So you are following along. This isn't so unstructured that you're just winging it.
No, I'm so.
How are you in touch with what they're doing in the classroom?
Because how
does that happen?
Because I've taught test prep. I taught in the classroom 5th through 8th grade. For so many years that I know the path of growth, and I know the path of development. I know some developmental milestones without having met those developmental milestones.
But
I can see those weaknesses. So
if Mr. McCurley is teaching X today at this middle school, how does Kevin, with this approach, which feels so exploratory? I mean, are you following along with their syllabus? Are you in there? Are you in their Google Classroom?
Yes.
Like what?
So how
do you stay on track while still being like this fun uncle? It's like that you're painting here.
I'm always informally assessing, which that sounds
informally assessing.
I'm informally exploring what they know in the subject area, and the subject area don't really change that much from district to district.
I'm not an educator, but what's really coming across and everything we've spoken about is you're trying to really set up a piece of excitement for that kid that is started, as we started back at the beginning of the conversation with I can't, to now start to believe in math, or possibly even way beyond math in an academic setting, that you're enabling them to have those skills to mess up, to make mistakes, and to feel like that is actually something we're celebrating with Kev's Mill. We're celebrating the very need that they needed you in the first place.
But you know what? I kind of want to turn that language of celebrating. I hear that, and there's so many different pathways. There's not a mistake. We go from what we know to what we don't know. I do see that there's building blocks. I know there's building blocks in math, and it'd be developmental building blocks. We really want the student to be at a certain point, at a certain grade. But you know what?
The benchmarks.
It doesn't really it comes
it's
down
not
to
that
it.
Linear.
It doesn't matter in terms of I can't do anything about it. But what I can do something about, and we can do something about, is seeing where you are. And seeing, given where you are, how we can grow and get to where we need to get to.
First of all, thank you for this. I'm learning. And, I remember my teachers that inspired me in a certain way to where I felt comfortable kind of reaching out to them and going to them for help. It's not just math. It's not just test prep. It's not just the grades, which all need to happen. But they're learning how to learn, which is something that is so needed. Especially because there's no one size fits all with how you learn.
It's just fun learning how to learn. It's fun. It's a blast. It's a blast. It's just a great time.
Learning how to learn. We're learning how to learn.
How do we learn? Oh, let's see.
It's awesome. For Flavors of New York, Abe Fallick with
Kevin Miller. Kev's Mill Tutoring.
Kev's Mill Tutoring. I'm blown away. I can't say I want to go back to math or take a test anytime soon, but I do feel kind of inspired by the idea about just getting out there, being in a space like this, and challenging myself. Very cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Love it.
That's great.
See you soon.